welcome to another Dudes and Darkles match. Today, I am playing as Dracula against JBphilly. JBphilly being the chosen representative of a team at Renewed Vigor I hardly know her for today. Alright, what sort of starting head have I got? A reckless, one of each fighting vamp, a soil, a spy, and a mob. This is actually, you know what, I already did do a successful England start this tournament. This is admittedly, it's admittedly very risky business to go doing England start. But I'm definitely very tempted because this is definitely the right sort of hand to do it with. It definitely is the correct type of hand to try to do it with. So yeah, we'll start at Manchester. Well, we'll do England start. It's especially since one weakness of superhero is that it leaves the western side of the map a little bit more exposed, kind of, in the sense that they have the hunters have both of their weaker hunters over here. So if there's any start to do England start against it is probably this. I mean, at least of the ones that are typically used in this here in our community. Obviously, that is not just like it's not. There's nothing that is just black. It's very seldom that anything is just black and white, correct, incorrect. Right? Speed telegraph and a crucifix. All right. Very well. Very well. So you'll want to try to mature a vampire first. We'll go with. Let's hope that I get. I'm hoping that I can get a. Well, at this point it's too late. Ideally, I would want a Bass or a Saboteur to put under the hide card that I'll be doing. But oh well. 'Tis what it is. Local rumors? Okay. That is one proxy event down. Although that is one of the two, one of the copies of the weaker proxy events. Proxy events? Scouts, alright. I have my doubts as to whether or not I have serious doubts that he'll check up here. So, he may surprise me, but... Okay, Sophia and Bucharest? Yeah, just poking around in the east. So, now, obviously we will misdirect Manchester, as I will have to if I want to try to preserve the wolf form, but we will hide next. And best thing I've got is a spy. Oh, that would have been nice. Pity that. So how will he go about this? I mean, obviously he's just going to keep supplying until he manages to pick up something of my trail. Obviously. Let me see. There have been very few Drac. There's only been one Drac event so far, and well, the hunters are getting close to having their hands full when it comes to events. Slide. Move into Manchester. So, I think I'll go with the mob. Or... I think we'll go with aristocratic. That's... like, as a backup vamp, you might say. Put down the rumor token. Okay, so let's hope that he does not draw newspaper reports today. Ooh, a stake discard. That's interesting. And also scary. Because when someone discards a stake... Oh, hi there. Oh, that's unpleasant. Rufus is... when you do an England start, from Dracula's side, Rufus is always an unpleasant sight. Okay, checking Amsterdam with him. Did not ally him. The fact that he didn't ally him, most people are of the opinion... Oh, crap. Darn. Evil presence getting drawn right then. Well, let's hope that he hasn't had sufficient time to get an evil presence and, or rather a CG and all that. Okay. So now he knows that I'm up in England. That's obviously bad. I'll likely lay down the new vampire next. As my next encounter. Yeah, I still have Reckless Vamp. Basically, if I make it just a complete caravan of vampires, I mean, even if he gets this one, and then the next one, I think I'll lay down one more vampire next. Okay. There are a lot of different ways I could do this. I think we'll go with the mob. Oh. Well now. Shame that I couldn't have had that first. But, well, it is what it is. I mean, there have only been 2 Drac events to begin with anyway. Alright. Chartered carriage. Okay. It's not all that surprising that he found one of those. After all, there are 3 of those in the deck. So, it is not all that surprising. Scanning crucifix showing that she has a stake now. Newspaper? Okay. I mean, he likely suspected that was the case anyway. So. And well, if he's going to deal with it, he is going to have to send Van Helsing up there. And that will leave the path clear for me to go into London after I step into Swansea. Yeah, this is going to be a very bloody game, because when you do an England start, you want to lay down a lot of fighter amps so that you can weaken the hunters through forcing them to do combat. The more you can weaken them, the more likely it is that you may be able to finish them off. And the nicest thing about when you do get a death is not only do they, but they are also punted all the way down to southern Spain, to mid Spain. So yeah, it's time to, now that they know where I am, it is time for me to start laying down vampires. Come and get me. Yeah, the England start, the Dracula starting in England start is one that, oh, well, there goes my fog. But, well, I do not necessarily need fog. Honestly, I half prefer those wolves to that fog. Okay, there's now 4. Okay, so behind the veil. So I think that I'm going to do wolf form onto Plymouth. And then there I will lay down new vampire. Just keep laying down one vampire after another, so that even if they do force me off England, they will have quite a lot to prevent happening. Excellent weather. Well then. The fact that Gul'daming discarded a stake probably means that he has another one. Okay, so we'll ambush with Spy, and then after that, ambush with the Reckless Vampire. Oh, dogs. Okay. Well, it's nice to know about. He sent him with the dogs, thinking that it might be a saboteur. Yeah, it's a shame that I didn't have bats, but oh well. It is what it is. You'll begin with claws, actually. It may seem a bit controversial, but I think that, yeah, he started off with punch, but I didn't want to risk him starting off with a knife. The fact that he would always you almost always begin with either punch or escape. So plotting was definitely not the correct answer. Okay. Alright. Is it that you're going to play a knife? If so, I'm ready. Okay. Well, dodge. Okay. Gracious. Really, I have no at this point. I have no choice but to do Fangs. If he has a knife, good for you. But oh, well, nice. That's an encouraging sight. Okay, he just did a. Alright, so he has one item in addition to... So, more likely than not, Gul'daming will have a horse. Really, it's a question of, do I do Mesmerize, Fang, or Mist? I think I'm gonna do Escape as Mist. If he has a stake, he'll have to spend it, and then Gul'daming has only one item left. Ah, it's a heavenly host. He's got a heavenly host. I thought that would be there, so and that's why I was tempted to do Fangs, but. This is not today. When so that was oh all right, sure. If you like. Yeah, Gul'daming has a heavenly host. I now know has a heavenly host. Okay, so he's choosing to let me mature this, and that means that I could hide, but since I got revealed through the local rumors. And honestly, I'm not all that mad about the local rumors. To me, that's kind of whatever. But okay, mature. Claim my additional 7 points to my 1 ambush point. So that's 8 points down already. Plymouth is right, New Empire. I think I will actually do Do I do feed? Do I dark call? I think that what I'll do, even though it's only for 1 HP, I think I'll feed so as to stay in place. Yeah, I would have preferred that I would have been able to hide and lay down a second encounter, but it was not to be. If Stewart is holding the second excellent weather, and they have a renewed vigor, they can jump on me 3-on-1. But that is unlikely circumstances. And well, Guldoming is weakened due to the fact that dogs was one of his items, and he took a sizable portion of damage from the reckless. So it is obvious that whatever Guldoming has in addition to that Heavenly Host, it is not a stake. He would have staked a rumored or reckless for sure. Rifle. And the nice thing is, unbeknownst to him, I have something of a wing condition in Swansea, because with two stakes in the discard, if Swansea matures, I'll be 1 point off victory. And the thing is, if he gets there with someone who does not have a stake, and I ambush and get a Fang point, I'll just win straight off the bat from that alone. And well, I also have a new vampire here, so So I think the correct thing to do is for me to go English Channel, then move 3 C spaces, and then move 2 more C spaces. Or I could Dark Call, possibly hide. But, yeah, I was hoping to go JBphilly into a mistake by trying to assault me at Plymouth, but apparently that's just not how it's going to go. Okay. Chances are he has a stake, but I'm actually going to try to get him to night fight it. Because he will likely expect it to be something along the lines of desecrated soil. Scouts? Lol. Oops. Come here, Van Helsing. Alright. Okay, what have I got? Aina? Let's just... Okay, no... I have no cancelers, so... You got a Heavenly Host? Okay. Choosing to dodge. Yeah, I can definitely see the sense in that. Playing around claws. So I suppose I now just Fang again. Because the thing that will kill this vampire is a Heavenly Host. Okay. Let me see. 1, 2... Yeah, there is also Holy Bullets, but... Okay, so he knows I am now out of... that I am now out of... I'm out of Fang attack cards, so therefore if he's... Okay, I'll do Escape as Mist. And if he'll have to... So... Oh, he has a rifle. Okay, so I got in 2 damage. That is admittedly less than I would have hoped, but... So I think through that fight I established that Van Helsing does not have Heavenly Host. Or if he does, he was simply unwilling to... he was simply unwilling to take 4 damage in exchange for a guaranteed hit. So, honestly, I think that the correct thing for me to do is to do Pirate Drac and just keep going. I need to wait for Wolfhorn to be available again. I went to sea with all of my HP available, so I can afford to wait. Oh, discarding a knife. Gracious. What does he have? Probably I suppose he would discard a knife for a steak, given the situation, since he knows that. And if I were to ambush with him with the vampire next time when he tries to come at me, and I score a point and yet the vampire still survives. Yeah. Okay. Alright, going at it again, huh? This time during the day, but... So he has a rifle. I know that, but apart from that, I really know over nothing. I think I will lead with plotting. I suspect that he'll do a knife. Oh, doing punch? Okay. Fangs. Yeah, that's... Yeah, it's either do fangs when there's possibility of a knife, or do rifle, or do claws when I know he has a rifle. So, in truth, it's an easy pick between the two. Oh, Holy Bullets. The last Holy Bullets card. So that is what he was trying to do last time. Well, it cost him a good amount of health, and it cost Van Helsing an item card. So, discarding the second crucifix. So if I were to land now, where would he think I would go? He would probably assume Nantes. I think I will. I think we'll go. I think we'll go as far as the. At least this far. He will likely if I. I think I may well just show my hand and go as far as the med, and then land from there. I mean, of course, the fact that there's a new vampire at Plymouth may just tip the scales right there and then. I mean, probably not, but he will definitely have to play cautiously. Oh, discarding a stake. Okay, what? Discarded Lucid Revenge and now Planned Ambush. Wow, that's some very powerful cards. Yeah, so Van Helsing has a rifle plus one other thing. I think the last thing he will be expecting is another fighting vamp. Oh, there goes the second scouts. Well, no, that's third one, actually. There was one before he got the evil presence. Yeah, because he's now dealt with two of my fighting vamps. But now... So, I think one of the last things he'll likely be expecting a desecrated soil or something. Although it looks as if he's being wise, taking the precaution of, in the event that it is a fighting vamp. There. Let's cycle out the rats from hand. Santander is actually a spot where I'm not vulnerable to CG, so... And this is probably one of the last spots he would expect this to happen. Yeah, 11 HP should be good enough. Feed will come off the trail soon enough, Wolfhorn will come off the trail soon enough, and even if he has a full-powered CG, he can't force me back out to sea. And he may be able to force me into an unpleasant combat situation, but now, unless he has Money Trail, which, frankly, due to the powerful stuff he's been discarding, I would not be all that surprised if he did. But if he does not, then the fact that he did not do speed telegraphs seems to say that he doesn't have Money Trail, because that would definitely have been some place where I might have used. Okay, a surprising return. Okay, I'm glad that he didn't have that earlier to bring back Rufus, as that would have meant I would have taken nearly double the damage from going to sea. Yeah, we'll have to see whether or not the Plymouth... Oh, lucky find. Alright, very well. Very well. Okay, let's see what sort of stuff Van Helsing discarded with lucky find. That may give me a... Oh, huh. I bet it would appear as if it was an easy pick for him. Yeah. Okay. Very well. So he still has his rifle. I think we'll go start with Mez here, since I have both mesmerizes, so even if he punches, I have a Mez to counter escape. Oh, ouch. Crucifix. Ouch. So, he needs to fight to kill here. So, and after getting off to a good start, I think he'll do rifle or possibly knife, whatever he has next. Which I apparently read that correctly. So now, will he do crucifix? Because now he knows I am aware of the presence of the crucifix. So what is his third item? That is the big question. I think I'll go with claws. He just played a rifle, so... And the thing is, even if he does have another gun, he won't be able to... Okay, so now it'll be... I think that he will likely do dodge next. Or... We'll go with strength. Now that I have that option, I'll go with strength. Yeah. Otherwise, it was going to be a guessing game of which defensive play did he make. Great strength? Yes, he has great strength. But unfortunately, since it was strength that I blocked him with, he does not get to kill the vampire. So he will... Okay. Yeah, we'll go with claws. Okay. Goodbye, Van Helsing. And yet, that thing... It's now GG. GG, well played. Because Goldaming has already made his move. There's zero way he gets there in time. I see. Well, GG, well played. GG, well played. So, that's an 11 IDS win. Oh, roadblock? Okay. Doink. I said click. Just dot them randomly, as it makes no difference whatsoever. Okay, so that was a pretty neat win. Yeah, I had not expected it to go as well as that, but JBphilly definitely being a very difficult opponent, but well, it's never too one is never in the mood for to being pleasantly surprised like that. But in any event, one way or another, thank you. so one way or another, thank you all for joining me, for watching this, and see you all next time. My next match will be on for those of you who watch this live, will be on Tuesday, same time. It'll be, yes, this upcoming Tuesday, April 22nd, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, which is the equivalent of a 10 p.m. UTC or 22 UTC, whichever time system you use. But in any event, thank you everyone for watching, and have a good rest of your day, night, or whatever time it is.